This is question number 2. Yes. For question number 2, it talks about, again, finding the circumference. Remember that circumference is, we don't want to say area, the distance around the circle. All right. So again, the distance around the circle, but in this case right here, for number 2, it gives me a radius of 11 inches. All right. It gives me a radius of 11 inches. So remember the two formulas. We have C is equal to 2 pi r, or C is equal to pi d.
Isn't the radius half of the diameter?
Yes. Which of the two should we use? The first one. Again, guys, the more you write down the formula, the more you guys can remember it, because a lot of times the students get confused between this one and the area one. So we'll use this one here. C is equal to 2 times pi, which is 3.14, times 11 inches. What is your answer? 69.08 inches. And if it says round to the 10th place, it'll be just 69.1 inches. All right. The next question, number 3. In number 3, it says find the area. Again, the area is the part that is inside the circle, not around it. We're not looking for the distance around it. We're looking for the area inside of the circle. So, who remembers the formula for the area of a circle? Area is equal to what? We need it in radius. Do we have it in radius? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, we do. So all we have to do is plug it in. This will be what? What is pi?
3.14.
What's the radius? So if we think about the order of operation, what should we do first? Exponent. So would this be 9 times 2? It gives you 18?
No.
No? Good. 9 times 9, which is what?
81.
Very good. One more thing, guys. This is millimeters, so it'll be times 81. Millimeters times millimeters will be millimeters squared. And last but not least, we'll multiply those two together. We have 254.34 millimeters squared. If it says round to the nearest 10th place, what will be my final answer?
254.
This is very important because on part B, it does tell you have to round. If you don't round it correctly, it will mark it wrong. Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
Does everybody understand that? If you round it incorrectly, it will mark it wrong. So this is, and for part B, guys, you do not have to put the millimeters squared. You just have to put the numbers on. All right? Make sure you look at the video to understand it. So, all right. Number 4. Resume. Sounds good. Right. right home. Alright, number 4. It says a rectangular trunk. So, again, I told you guys to practice this so you guys could visualize it. Alright? The more you do it, I know some of you guys are becoming pros at this already. Alright? This is a trunk. Alright? It says a rectangular trunk has a volume. So, again, volume. Let's think about the formula for volume. What is volume? Very good. But if we read the description of what is it that we have, it tells us what we have. It tells us my volume is equal to 26,880 cubic inch. So that's how you write cubic inch. It says the trunk is 4 feet long. So let's say this is 4 feet long. And by 28 inches wide. What is the trunk's height? Now, we have a situation here. Where do we face our problem?
We have no height.
We have no height, that's fine, but something else.
2 different measurements.
Thank you, it's 2 different measurements. Notice that my final end result is in what? Inches. We have inches, but we have feet. We must change that. So the question is this that you guys should ask yourself. What do you think the question might be?
How many inches are in foot?
Good job. How many inches are in a foot?
12 inches.
So if there's 12 inches here, what should we do with the 4?
Multiply by 12.
Multiply by 12, what do you get?
48 inches.
12 times 4, 48 inches. Everybody understand that part? So now, we could go back to the formula, which is what? Volume is equal to the length, which is 48 inches. Let me just erase that. The volume, which is 26,880 cubic inch, is equal to the length, which is 48 inches, times the width, which is 28 inches, times the height, which we have no idea.
Good question.
We'll just put an H, because now we have one unknown variable. So with this unknown variable, what should we do next?
48 times 20.
Multiply what?
48 and 28.
Alright, we'll multiply 48 times 28. That gives me what? 1,344 square inches. And what do we do with the 880? Bring it down. And this is H. How do we isolate the variable H?
Divide 1,344 by both sides.
Divide 1,344 inch squared by both sides.
Mr. Wilson, I have a question. Where did we get the 12 money then?
The 12?
The 12?
Oh, from the inches.
Alright, so,
Because in the question it doesn't say how many inches.
well, the thing is this, remember the ratio, not the ratio,
Oh, because it was feet. Oh,
there's
okay.
12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So, because everything is an inch, and our final answer should also be in inches too, right? We must convert this feet to inches. That's how we get that right there. So our height, guys, once we divide this here, my height should give me 20 inches over here.
So to check, you just multiply 48 by times 28 times 20.
Love what you said. Beautiful, guys. There should be no way that you guys should get this wrong. Because all you had to do is take that, plug it back in. When you take that, plug it back in, it should give you 26,880. So when you see a question like this,
But
is, especially if you guys, there's one that says, remember on the part B, you actually have to type it in. So let's say you get, for this one you get 19. Well, if you just plug back in, if it does not give you that, then 19 is wrong. Very simple. Thank you for adding that on there. Very good. Number 5. What is the volume of the right? So I'll go ahead and do this one here.
Ooh, this one gives us the slope to the hypotenuse.
This one gives me 4 meters. This one gives me 10 meters. This one gives me 14 meters. The question says, what is the volume? So, again, let's treat this one the same way as the other ones. All right? Just pretend that this right here is a prism. All right? Just pretend it's a prism. When you think it's a prism, we're gonna work it out the same way. The volume of a prism is what? L times W times H.
And then divide by 2.
And at the end, just divide by 2 at the end. Why? Because it's cut. It's not a pyramid, it's a triangular prism. So this would be what? 14 meters times 10 meters times 4 meters. All of that, we'll divide that by 2. We could actually do this in our head.
I thought this.
Right? So what's 14
By 6.
divided by 2?
7.
7 times 4.
28.
28 times 10.
208.
You just have to divide at the end by 2. Alright?
Oh, because we already divided 14 by 2. So
Yeah. So what I did, it was, remember, because all of this is multiplication and yet division, which I decided to do first was 14 divided by 2, 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 times 10 is 280. It's easier for me. I don't need a calculator for that, you know. Number 6. So in number 6, we have a pyramid. Now guys, I need you please pay attention to this real quick. All right. I think that's the best one yet.
Uh-huh. It's better than that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You forget, where's the 6?
I know, I'm going to do that right now.
Oh.
Guys, please, please, please. This is very, 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 very important. I need everyone to look up real quick. If you have, look what I'm drawing. I'm going to draw 2 lines here. If you have it from the point coming out to the side like this, this is on the lateral face.
Sure, that'd be the surface area.
Thank you. That is the surface area. Those are little key things that you guys should be picking on. If you have this here, and it's coming on the lateral face, we're looking for the surface area. However, for this particular question, notice that the line comes straight down the middle here. Do you guys see that? So this right here is actually going to be the height, and it says here that this is actually going to be 6 inches, the height of the pyramid. If it's down the middle, then we need to find the volume. Two different things. You guys understand that?
It also says the question.
Well, let's say if it didn't say on the question, then you guys should be able to pick on that. Oh, since the line is dead on in the middle of the pyramid, we're actually finding the volume of the pyramid. If the line is on the lateral side over here, then we're finding the surface area. We're good? So here, this is what? The base times the height,
Divided by 2.
3.
Oh, yeah, 3.
Now, remember I told you what capital B was. What was capital B?
Wait, I forgot.
Be more specific.
I forgot why you divided by 3.
Because it's 3-dimensional. So if I do this like this, on top, there's other pieces around it.
Okay, there makes sense.
What was capital B? That's it. The base is just length times width. But I need you guys to understand what it is, because you guys are going to see that. So I don't want you guys to get confused. Oh, what was capital B again? All right? So here we go. If this is the case, we could actually write this as what? 8 inches times 8 inches times 6 inches divided by 3. Well, guys, this is not that bad. Pay attention. Look. What is 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. What's 8 times 8?
64.
What's 64 times 2?
128.
There you go.
I did that in my head quick.
Did you guys see how we did? I'll do it again. So all we did here was 6 divided by 3 is what? 2. Let's keep that in our head. That's 2. 8 times 8 is?
64.
And 64 times 2?
128.
That's my final answer.
That's the fastest I've ever done multiplication in my head.
Alright. This is the first 6 questions. I'm going to go ahead and do the next 6, alright?